Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something sick.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Okay. Any parts you'd like to explore, get to know better, change your relationship with?
Let's explore. So I'm thinking of a part I refer to as my dreamer part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have a part that's definitely a planner, a dreamer.
Okay.
I love planning for pleasurable possibilities, very future focused.
Okay. That's the part you'd like to explore today?
Yeah.
Okay. And how does it show up? How do you notice it in your body?
I don't know if I notice it I notice it in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very strong part. The first thing that comes up is boredom, which I know is another protector. But this dreamer part, it kind of gets the boredom to go away.
Okay. All right. Is any other kind of physical or kind of tactile qualities about it that you notice?
Nothing tactile, just comfort.
Comfort.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's what I feel. It's just a sense of comfort, relief.
When it's active, it feels comforting. Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you're noticing it, how do you feel towards it?
I feel thankful because I know it's a protector. As I mentioned earlier, I know that as I sense this part, on the periphery, there's that protector that really brings a sense of boredom and a sense of complacency.
Mm-hmm.
There's another protector on the periphery that feels a sense of just annoyance because it wants more follow through. So there's a manager that feels like
too much dreaming, not enough executing.
Yeah.
Okay. You can just let those parts know that you see them. Ask them for space. Ask them to let you work with this dreamer part. And if you're feeling curious about it, just let it know that. Just invite it to speak with you. You could ask it what it wants you to know.
It wants me to know that being bored sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that I never have to feel alone because there's always something to do.
Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So it's contending with boredom, and it's also contending with, or it's concerned about a feeling of aloneness that might come in if you didn't have anything to do. Just making sure I heard all that right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a belief that I really don't need that much else because this part of me is very capable of entertaining myself. And yeah, a lot of childhood memories.
Yeah, it's showing you some childhood memories.
Yeah.
You all right with that? You want to see more of those? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Just let it show you however it wants to show you. Do you have a good sense of why it's showing you those memories?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you want to do with that? How are you responding?
Well, I've been here before. And there's a sense of I know what's up. On one hand, I feel pretty comfortable going here, but I can't. Well, at the moment, I'm kind of sitting on my hands, which is not the most. It's I do that a lot. My left hand is shaking. My left arm is shaking.
Okay. So there's a part that's not so comfortable seeing that stuff.
Hmm.
I was just speculating because you said on the one hand I'm comfortable. I was kind of waiting for on the other hand.
Well, there's a sense of nervousness.
Okay. You can just attend to that. Let it know it's okay. It's okay for it to be here. Just see what it needs from you.
So my body was tight and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time alone as a kid. And I'm a very extroverted person.
Yeah.
I have a pretty rich inner world and a pretty rich imagination. I think everybody does. But the only one I know is mine. And I do know that I spend a lot of time entertaining myself.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for the part of me that was able to do that. Because this part of me really doesn't want me to go towards my sense of boredom.
Right.
Ooh, because yeah, that has happened in the past a lot. I get bored and I find something to do. I feel unsatisfied. So I just find something to consume. That's what I mostly do. The first thing I ever consumed a lot was sugar. My mom would get mad at me because I could open a refrigerator. And if there was a 64-ounce carton of grapefruit juice, I love grapefruit juice. I would drink the whole thing in a day. I'll still do that. I don't buy grapefruit juice because I'll drink the entire carton.
Yeah.
First thing was sugar. Eventually, I found weed.
So that's another part that really wants to keep you from the boredom. You have the entertaining dreamer part that keeps you from that, and then you have the consumer part, right?
Yeah, and that consumer part is keeping me from boredom as well. So I do understand the dreamer part feels like it's a better option. I'm not hurting myself.
Yeah, it sounds like a manager and a firefighter to me, and usually the manager is the preferred option for most people. It feels more proactive or productive. Yeah, so you just let it know you see all that. Thank it. You could ask it how it feels about its role, maybe in its effectiveness. So, when those feelings of being bored or being alone come up, and this part isn't able to handle it, what that's like for it.
It just sucks.
Yeah. And if it didn't have to work so hard, what would it rather be doing?
I want to relax.
You could
I
ask
want
it
to
how. Go
relax.
ahead. Mm-hmm.
I want to relax and go with the flow. And just sense of playfulness.
Mm.
That shows its head sometimes. There's a sense of spontaneity.
You could ask this part how old it thinks you are. Getting anything?
There's an urge to say I am 6.
Uh-huh.
I know I'm not 6, but there's an urge to say I am 6.
Yeah. There's a part in there that believes that. I'm curious if some of those memories from childhood it was showing you were around that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would make sense that this part would need to work extra hard if it believes you're 6. If it sees a 6-year-old who's bored and alone. And you can just update it with your real age. And you could ask it what it thinks about the idea of you in your current age going to those younger parts that might still carry that burden of having to play alone, having to be alone, that sense of boredom that was so strong. And what it thinks about you going to those parts and helping them out and healing them. Does it trust you to do that?
This part trusts me to do that, and it is willing to wait. And the part that consumes is also standing right there. And it is not willing.
Okay.
to wait.
Yeah. It's also invested in this whole system. So if you want, you can turn to it and see what it wants you to know.
It is yelling at me.
Okay.
And it is yelling every single thing I can think of that I've ever been addicted to.
Okay. And does it feel overwhelming to you? Or are you okay with just asking it to maybe turn down the volume or just for you to stay with it? If you feel okay to stay with it, you could ask what it wants you to know about those. Why is it showing you that list of addictions? Why is that important for it?
You don't appreciate me.
Is that the yelling part? The yelling part is saying that?
Yeah.
Where is it? Okay.
You know, I really can't argue with it.
Yeah. You could just let it know that you see that you agree. It hasn't been appreciated.
Hasn't been appreciated for its resourcefulness.
That's right. So I didn't know you get that. You've seen how these other parts, maybe these other managers have tried to push it down, make it go away. Is there more that it wants you to know?
there's shame and judgment, which is another part.
Shame when the addiction stuff comes up, the shame around that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Judgment.
Right.
Yeah, just disappointment.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right. Well, it's other parts that are doing what they do. This part doesn't like that. So you can just let it know that you're here. Do you see that? And maybe you can show it appreciation for its resourcefulness, for its intention. What's coming up?
Well, I have two parts here right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part that has figured out a way to keep me away from some unpleasant feelings as best as it can. And then there's another part that feels like a parent telling me that I'm weak. Gosh, that I know. Yeah, that's just That on one hand, there's a lot of consumption. On the other hand, there's a lot of shame.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting right in between them.
Okay.
And I keep looking to my left. I keep looking to my right. There's a part of me that can't believe I'm sitting right here.
Can't believe it because it feels like the right place to be. Is that self intervening? Or does it feel like you're the child being yelled at? or something else?
Well, I don't want to be yelled at. I don't need to be yelled at. So I don't. And yeah, that part won't yell at me. But I feel like it's not that I can't believe that I'm right here. The right word would be there's a sense of awe. It's amazing to feel my parts.
Yeah.
And
To feel them in this unblended way where you can see the distinction. How are you feeling towards the one that says you're weak?
I feel compassion.
Yeah. Yeah. You're able to see why it's important for it to do that and what it wants to protect you from.
Yeah. It just wants to keep me away from over there.
Mm-hmm. And how does it like being noticed by you in this way?
Part of me feels calm.
So that loud, weak, yelling that you're weak got turned down.
Yeah. I only have to yell because you never hear me.
Yeah. Yep. They're kind of all like that. Exiles and protectors. You could ask it what it needs from you going forward, if there's some way it would like to get your attention in another way, or find a way for you to listen to it. Did you come up with anything, you two together?
What I feel is that this part can help me to keep the promises that I make to myself. Because if I do that, then I do have a sense of calm. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want calm and I want peace. Because my mind feels like a buzzsaw so often.
Mm-hmm. So you're able to show it some appreciation.
Yeah. I gotta keep coming back here if I want to feel calm, though. Or
Yeah.
because if you ignore me, I'm gonna yell.
Right. Right. Yep.
And you don't have to be afraid.
I hate to interject, but I'm watching the clock. It's fine with me if we keep going. Would it be useful to recap the parts we've already met, or do you know what you'd like to do next?
I know that today I started with one manager, and I am very appreciative that that manager was willing to step to the side and allow me to meet two of my firefighters.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that both of them do what they do to protect me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to re-enter the real world now. Well,
All right.
the outside world.
Mm-hmm. I think those parts are totally right about, they won't have to yell if you listen. And that if you're able to find your way back to that place, that they will be able to communicate with you easier. And you'll be able to stay in that place kind of between them where they don't have to fight each other as much. That's the theory, at least.
Yeah.
And, there's that working with all those protectors, and then there's that other path that you can offer them of going to exiles, going to the alone child. So those are different ways that you can help them out, help the whole system out.
Thank you, James.
All right. Hope it was useful. Thank you. Thanks to all your parts.
Mm-hmm. Until next time.
Okay, I'll send you a link.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.